Hello and welcome back. In today's session, let's remove rule from MySQL database. As you can see in the previous video, we listed all the rules from the rule table and display them in this simple tabular format. Today, when user click on the remove button, we want to remove rule from the rule table. Let's get started. Okay, as you can see here, we have different classes like model, we have data access object, we have service, and here we have another model. Okay, thereafter we have XML file and we have controller. First, let's open data access object. In the data access object, we have different methods. The first one, assign rule to user, there is no problem. The second one, check duplicate rule on MySQL database. The third one, get all the rules from MySQL database. We want to define a new method here to remove rule from MySQL database. Simple, for example, public boolean remove rule, and here we want to pass id, for example, int user rule id. So thereafter, let's write a simple query to delete rule from the rule table. Simple, for example, string SQL equals delete from tbl user rule where user rule id equals parameter. Okay. Thereafter, let's read database connection from the JDBC connection class. For that, we want to use try catch with resources, simple try. And here we want to define connection, for example, connection link equals, we have JDBC class. Inside that, we have get database connection method. Thereafter, let's define prepare statement. ps equals, we have link and we have prepare statement method, prepare statement method. So hereafter, let's define the catch block, and here we want to catch SQL exception. Okay, everything is good. Inside the SQL exception, let's display a simple exception message, for example, print stack trace. So after that, as you can see, the simple query has only one parameter, which is user rule ID. And let's bind that simple ps.setInt of 1. And we want to get value from this parameter. There is no problem. Thereafter, let's execute that query. First, we want a variable, for example, rows equals ps.execute update, because now the query is DML. This is a delete query. For the delete, we want to use execute update method. So after that, when the rule is deleted, let's return true value. Simple return if rows greater than 0. So if the rule is not deleted, let's return false value inside the catch block. Simple return false. Okay friends, we defined a simple method that accepts user rule ID, and here we defined a simple delete query that accepts only one parameter. We read database connection from JDBC connection class using the get database connection method, and here we defined simple prepare statement. Thereafter, we bound parameter. After that, we executed query and we returned true value if the rule is deleted. Okay, if the rule is not deleted, we returned false value. That is good. Thereafter, let's open service layer. Inside the service layer, let's define method, for example, public boolean, for example, remove user role, and you can use any name, there is no problem. And here you want to pass, for example, user role user role ID. That is good. Thereafter, what we want to do, let's define a simple validation condition. For example, if we have user role ID less than or equals to 0, we want to throw an exception. Simple through new, we have a legal argument exception, and we want to use that. And here we want to use that overloaded version because we want to pass message. For example, please select a role to remove. Okay, thereafter let's consume data access object because here we defined simple method remove rule. Let's call that simple. As you can see here, we injected data access object. There is no problem. Simple. Here we want to call that method. For example, return, we have user role data access object. We have, let's find that we have user role data access object. Then we have different methods: assign role, is role assigned, remove role, and we have get user roles. We want to call that, and that accept user role, and we want to get value from this parameter because here we defined user role ID. There is no problem. So in the service layer, we consumed data access object to remove role from the role table because the data access object talks with the database. There is no problem. Thereafter, let's open first fxml file. As you can see here, we have two buttons. We have assign role button and we have remove user role button. Let's inject that inside the controller. Let's open that, and here we want to inject that. For example, we have assign role button. Thereafter, we want to inject private button. For example, remove user role button. Okay, we injected this button. Thereafter, let's define handler method. Here we have different methods. We have get all users role method. We have load users, load roles, and we have assign role handler method. After that, let's define a new method to remove role from MySQL database. Simple. For example, private void, for example, remove role handler. Okay friends, inside that method, let's get data from the table. Whenever users select a row, we want to get that data from the table. As you can see here, we have table. Let's find that we have user role table. And here what we want to do, let's define user role view. For example, selected equals user role table dot get selected model dot get selected item. That is good. Thereafter, let's check the null value. Simple if selected equals null. If the value is null, let's display error message. We have Java, we have suite. Let's check that we have suite alert fx class, suite alert fx, and here we have different methods. Let's use the error method. For example, title error, and here you want to pass, for example, please select a role. Please select a role from the table. That is good. Thereafter, let's use return statement, okay, to prevent execution rest of the code, because here we defined return statement. So thereafter, we want to display confirmation message. If user press yes button, we want to remove rule. If user press cancel button, we don't want to remove rule. Okay, simple. We have suite, alert fx, and here we have show question message. that accept title, message, on confirm, and on cancel. Okay, we want to use that. Let's pass, for example, let's pass, for example, title confirmation, and here we want to pass, for example, do you want to remove this rule from the user? Okay, thereafter let's write code on confirm. When user click on the on confirm button, we want to remove rule from the MySQL database, and when user click on the cancel button, we don't want to remove rule. There is no problem. So let's use lambda expression. Simple. We want to use lambda expression, and here also let's use lambda expression. Let's use lambda expression. Okay, let's add format to that. Okay, everything is good. So when user click on the S button, let's call service layer method. Inside the service layer, we have remove user role method. Let's call that simple. Let's open controller. As you can see here, we initialized service, which is user role service. Let's use that. And here we want to call remove user role. We want to get value from the selected variable. Let's pass that. So as you can see here, we got an error: incompatible types. User role view cannot be converted to int. Okay, because here we defined user role view, which is an object. In this object, we have different values like user role ID, full name, and role name. Based on the ID, we want to remove role from the MySQL database. There is no problem. Here we have different types of getters and setters. Let's use get user role ID. Let's copy that, and here we want to paste that. That is good. So thereafter, let's display success message. We have speed, alert efficacy, we have show success message, title, for example, success, and here you want to pass message, for example, rule has been removed, removed successfully. Okay, thereafter, as you can see here, we have a method get all user roles. Let's call that, because after removing the role, we want to get fresh data from the database. Let's call here. So everything is fine. Thereafter, let's call this method. As you can see here, we have a button. Let's find that. We have btn remove user role. Let's call here simple. We have btn remove user role set on action, and here you can use different ways. We want to use lambda expression, for example, event and we want to call that method. So everything is fine. Let's clean and build the project. It takes some time. Let's run the application to see the result. Okay, and here we want to enter username, admin, password. Let's log in. We have manage users, we have user roles. Let's remove that. As you can see, we got a message, please select a role from the table. Let's select that. Let's remove. As you can see, we got confirmation message, you want to remove this role from the user, cancel. Let's remove that. As you can see, we got a message, role has been removed successfully. There is no problem. And now we have only 3 records here. Let's remove that also. Confirm. As you can see, role has been removed successfully. There is no problem. Okay, as you can see, we implemented how we can remove rule from the user. There is no problem. In our next video session, we want to start permission assignment. If you have any questions, you can write them in the comment. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos with friends. That is enough for today. Have a good day. See you in the next one.